media reported today, DIG Lagat was on an 18-day annual leave from June 17th and did not step aside. Court documents show it was approved by police IG Kanja amid probe into Albert Ojwang's murder. So this dude never stepped aside. He went on leave.
He just took a break.
You understand? Like the way, that's why, and if you look at him, with DIG, I once reacted to his story and I was saying that this guy is going to be very necessary for Ruto in 2027. Because Ruto is going to need someone who can do the dirty work. Najua, mkishambiwa like, Ruto ameshinda, alafu, turudi kwa nyumba, sindio? So that's how necessary he is. And this shows you how necessary he is. That he did not even step aside. Tulidanganywa. Oh, he stepped aside, but he's there for anything. If he's needed in the investigations, he's going to help. How can you investigate yourself?
Did I do it? I don't think so. I did it. I guess you're free. Cool.
So yeah, never stepped aside. So you see, hakuna hatuja advance. We are still in the same position. There's just the illusion of things are changing, but nothing is changing. I think, especially when it comes to extrajudicial, this is one of the scariest things that we have to deal with. And
it's scary. You're more likely to be killed by cops than you are by thugs.
The good thing about age is
same difference.
Ulizaliwa mwaka gani?
94.
94.
91.
91. When you are 7 years old and you are 4 years old, a rich kid was killed by the police, but mko yanga mjuagi juu yake. So there's this guy, he was called Jodo. So Jodo was driving his mother's Prado. I've never forgotten. And KTN reported this. The song, it was a Busta Rhymes song that was still playing. This is serious. We can make you delirious. And I think it's dangerous. That song had just come out. It was still popular.
No.
Yes. If you remember, those days, ilikuwaga, the people who used to listen to hip hop were the upper class.
Yeah.
USIU used to be USIU. Wacha time yako.
Yeah.
So now, this guy, something happens. I don't know sijui alikosana nani, and that person called the police and said this person ameiba gari yangu. So Jodo comes, you're driving your family car. I think specifically it was his mother's car. The mom was in the US at your point. So alidrive pale, akatoka Globe roundabout, akakuja juu hivi. Then vile alifika pale Moi Avenue Primary, he was blocked. When he was blocked, he opened akazima gari na akatoka nje kama ameinua mikono. They still shot him to death. Alafu the funny thing that really happened, the sad thing that happened was the mother. I remember watching the interview by the mom years later, and ile debate ya intuition, and if you can actually feel when something is going wrong. It's true, because the mom was saying that at the exact time, because remember it was around 7 p.m. hapa Kenya, sindio? So since ilikuwa 7 p.m. hapa Kenya, I think it was around 11, 12 in the US, depending ka ilikuwa summer. I don't remember which month it was. And she was saying she was at a shoe store trying to buy him a shoe, and she just couldn't make up her mind. She was saying the way normally when she goes there, she just does this thing very fast. So she stayed at this Nini, because kumbuka hiyo time, there is no internet at utajua
ama cell phone.
Yeah, cell phone hakuna mtu anaweza kureach. So went there, couldn't make up her mind, and she was like, let me disappoint my son, I'm not going to buy the shoe. Then akikuja Kenya, akifika anaambwa mto yake alidedishwa. Understand? And this was happening in the 90s. It's still happening right now. No one is ever held accountable. And we justify this by saying we are making progress, but we are not making any progress. Najua, if this thing was happening in the 90s and it's still happening in 2025, it shows you there is no progress. And when an IG can get offended by a post and then send the police wakuarrest,
To kill.
alafu ambia polisi discipline this guy, then they buy alcohol for other inmates to whoop you, alafu wanakupiga mpaka ukufe.
That's what happened.
Yes, wanakupiga mpaka ukufe, alafu he never steps aside. Why? Because number one, his tribe protects him. I remember nilisema hapa, tulikuwa hapa na Ubuya, and I told him he is the right tribe. He's not going anywhere, because proximity to power in Kenya is very important. Sindio? Are you the right tribe? Are you the right what happens? This bullshit ends up happening where this guy has not stepped aside, and it's nini kwa Kenyans. He went on annual leave. Like, do you know how messed up that is? Like, this guy went on annual leave. Sayo tulikuwa kwa streets, even more Kenyans died as they were protesting. Remember June 17th? There are Kenyans who died on June 17th as they were protesting that this guy should step aside. On the same June 17th, wakapigiana simu wakamboniaji, yani mafala, weenda to leave, alafu usiwatatulia, usiwatasahau. Right now, how many times do we talk about Albert Ojwang? We've already started forgetting him. Nacheki. And we're going to move on to the next person. And this is the situation that we have, man. So we are not making any progress. And let's not use age as the excuse, Buddha. We are old enough. A 60-year-old knows shit. Like, hata even for a human being, inakuaga, time uko 13, 14, ndio unaombembelezago. Alafu nasemaga, the human brain, by the time uko 21, it stops developing. The Kenyan brain is 60 years old. It's still developing. At some point, it has to be like, this is some bullshit. We need change. We need a society that people can feel safe in. Izajo. I
also is actually some good points. From the legal perspective, also agree na. I was just reading the counterpoint. I was trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So saa zingine hiyo kujiground kwa reality vitu zimenuka saa zingine inakuwa.
Alafu umenotice hakuna light at the end of the tunnel. Umenotice hakuna?
I think the younger generation is better than us.
Like, look, if you see how these kids have protested and how they are fighting, bro, inakupatia some semblance of hope that better days are coming.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The younger generation is obviously going to be better than us. And I do hope, because it does show with the protests and demos that, they do care about the country. They find value in it and worth fighting for it. And those are the principles they're going to put in their kids. And they're, hopefully they have many kids, and those many kids can vote in the right direction. And, hopefully that's what I think would happen. But,
that's what
who knows the future.
Okay. But also, but here's the thing I would say, though, to that is, maybe right now there's a lack of political willpower. But unlike the 90s, the institutional framework was not there. So I feel like this next generation, once they get power in that time, they will not only have the good intentions, but the institutions will be there to allow them to do what they need to do. Right now, the institutions are being subverted. They're almost trying to go back to what was in the 90s. They're trying to subvert things like IPO and all of that. So when I say this light at the end of the tunnel, yes, the political lack of political goodwill is still there. But if you see, like, we've managed to put some institutional frameworks, and I think with time they'll work. So I hope the institutions are not corrupted to be just another bypass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully, man, because sometimes this country just breaks your heart, man. You understand? Like, you look at situations where, like, I've just given you two stories where 5 people are executed in a tuk-tuk in 2007. Nothing happens. 10 years before that, someone had been executed in their Prado. Nothing happened. Majuzi, a kid is shot while in the house. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
You understand? You see all this bullshit. And even you hear, like, the president has donated 1 million shillings to KK Mwenyewe's funeral, which is a good thing, yes? But what's the reason behind that? KK Mwenyewe used to mock Rigathi Gachagua. So this is a political statement. Did he contribute anything to Bridget Njoki's funeral? I don't think so. You understand? But here we have a situation whereby the CS for Interior comes out and tries to justify all the instances that maximum force should be used on Kenyans. You understand? Like, I'm using this word in quotes, in a civilized society, it's always the other way around. How do we make sure that we never have to use maximum force?
Force again.
But in Kenya...
And it was bad when Museveni was making a speech juicy.
Advising.
And he was advising Kenyan cops not to shoot at protesters. Museveni himself.
Even Museveni is like, this is too much.
Even Museveni is like, hapa umezidi. So na kuunderstand, bro. Hapa watu kuna divergence. Unakubaliana 100%.
Yeah. Eko nene. So, nimeinterrupt show kupatia some good news. Are you in the UK? Are you in Canada? Are you in Europe? You know what? Good news. Lemfa imefika jo. So ukiwa masaiza US, ukiwa UK, ukiwa Canada, ukiwa Europe, bado unzabaki umetuma pesa through Lemfi. No sahau Lemfi ukupatiaga the best exchange rates, na pia ile story ya $20 cashback on your first transaction ile equivalent to $100, hiyo bado iko. So unangoja nini jo? Usahau tumia promo code ikonene. Yes? Alafu pia kitu moja na nibamba saizi juu ya Lemfi ni the fact that si lazima ubaki umeseti do kwa your mobile wallet, uzabaki umetransfer do direct from your debit card ikikuja. Alafu the exchanges themselves zinakuwaga instant. Alafu saizi pia kitu mushina nikiambia wasi wako US, jua still unzalipa bills za maparo ka uko maju. Unzalipa aje? Cause till numbers na pay bills pia ziko supported na Lemfi. So nangoja nini? Baki umeinstall Lemfi. Yes? Na umesikia vile nimesema US, UK, Canada, Europe. Chukueni Lemfi, chap chap. Kauko Dubai, masaiza UAE, Lemfi ina come soon. Alafu msisahau jo kutumia promo code ikonene. Unangoja nini? Lemfi, international payments for everyone. Let's go back to the show.